I finally got my tiny little hands on WWE 2K25. Is it any good? I bought the darn thing, played the game for a few hours, and tried all the new fancy features this game has to offer. Why are they not talking? Talk! Talk, punk!
Listen up, Dwayne, you bald fraud!
The first thing you see is the new menu, which I quite like. It has logical pictures of matches you're going to play, and it doesn't blind you. Since the island is not on PC, I wish you could put a trophy of a butt from the classic games. The graphics look more or less the same. Some models do look closer to the real-life likeness, but they also reduced textures. While the face pops out a little more, you can tell a lot of detail was lost, so we're kinda moving backwards in a way. Overall, I'm fine with the way this game looks. I just wish we could already move to current gen capabilities. I mean, PS5 came out ages ago, and some of that stuff looks like PS2 footage. The first thing I did is jump into some matches, and the new match type that looked the most intriguing to me is the Bloodline Rules match. So I was playing with CM Punk against Cody Rhodes, and I gotta tell you, the free camera is absolutely amazing. It's such a small detail, but it makes entrances a lot more fun and less repetitive, because let's be honest right here, after a while, no matter how great the entrance is, watching the same cutscenes gets boring. The more I look at this Cody model, I'm not sure whether I like it or hate it. Now look people, this match is a lot of fun. I kinda struggled in the beginning because it's been a while since I've played WWE 2K24, but to be completely transparent, when it comes to gameplay itself, I didn't really notice any changes. And like I've told you before, I feel like the gameplay is already amazing, but I wish I spotted more new animations because it did really feel like I was playing the previous video game. I played around with the third-person camera, and it's fine, but I did find it a bit more useful in backstage area. At the end of the day, this is a sports game, and it didn't really fit that well. So of course, I returned to the ramp cam. But this is where the fun begins. Yes. The Miz, who's apparently my friend all of a sudden, came out to help me. But he just basically got bullied by Cody. He was no help at all. I even got Crossroads and I blamed The Miz. Well, at least he did broke the pin. And then he got bullied again by Cody. As I was searching for a weapon, Jey Uso makes an interference. Thankfully though, I took care of him. Like 10 seconds later, Sami Zayn comes out. Obviously he's targeting me, but I feel like I did just fine. At this point, it's absolute chaos in the ring. Absolutely love it. Thankfully though, I got some help. Kevin Owens came out and gave Cody Rhodes a stunner. But this was Cody's day. God almighty, he's alive! He's alive! He barely wanted to help though, because we all know CM Punk is buzzed with Ivar. At this point you can see a lot of damage was done to Cody Rhodes. Look at it. Appreciate it. That's what I did. And as you can see, I'm still looking like baby's butt. I finally managed to hit that GTS, but it couldn't get the job done. So I was like, let's try something else. Apparently, CM Punk has a new finisher because this won me the match. And you know what I hate about it is that this was a WWE Championship match, but since this is a Bloodline Rules match and we got this winning cutscene, we didn't see CM Punk wearing the championship, which is really unfortunate. I wish they would at least put that on his waist. So possibly an update in the future. And of course, these maniacs still didn't fix this referee freeze.
I got something in my eye.
So this match was a lot of fun. The Bloodline Rules match really stands out this year. Even though I didn't feel any difference from WWE 2K24 gameplay, stuff like this really matters. But then I had to play one of my dream matches. Randy Orton versus The Rock. Of course I was playing as Randy Orton. Look at that pose, man. Look at that pose in 360, ladies and gentlemen. And The Rock of course made an hour-long entrance. I thought this is never gonna end. Like literally, his intro lasted for at least 2 minutes. He eventually did come out with that fake ass title. I put that on the line by the way. So this match was a little bit different. This was my first attempt at chain wrestling and I absolutely sucked. I still didn't know where everything is, so let's just say I wasn't the best chain wrestler. I made The Rock bleed, which is nice, but I knew I have a secret weapon, people. I know he's bleeding, I know his face hurts, but I'ma do something worse. I'ma break his anus. I'ma break his anus. I literally did that. I don't think he enjoyed it. People, you wanna see the worst, most embarrassing moment in gaming history? Yeah, I lost. I had plenty of chances. Don't know how that happened. Don't ask me. Don't roast me in the comments below. It just happened. So of course I restarted the match, started beating the crap out of The Rock. I was using that shitty drink bottle like crazy. Look, I even learned chain wrestling. I put Rocky through the table, I did the spike DDT, and the reason why I was using Randy Orton during this match is because I wanted to use the new and improved RKO. Thank you 2K. We got the new taunt and of course new RKO. And guess what people? Randy Orton is the people's champion right now. Of course then it was time to check out the back backstage area. So I was playing as LA Knight right here, and you can definitely have a lot of fun backstage. And people, I did it. I turned the third-person camera and I climbed on the SmackDown Fest. And I gotta tell you, I love the sound it makes. Of course, the main objective was throw him off the fist. And I did that. I also jumped on him. As a matter of fact, that's how I won the match too. Then I checked out the parking lot as Roman Reigns. I got on top of the car expecting CM Punk will do the same, but he ruined the moment completely. Thankfully, I found door? What the door doing here? The reason I picked this backstage area is because of glass. Real glass, Punk. Cry me a river. And it's about to happen, people. I'm about to... Yeah, it didn't break. Plan B. I still managed to break the goddamn glass, and it looks pretty cool, right? I wish we could somehow have that in the actual arena. We could create so many great spots. I tried to spear Punk, but he reversed it on his steel chair, which was really nice. I realized there's not that much to do in this backstage area though, so I just gave me a couple of spears, Superman punch, and left the WWE for 5 months again. I decided to check out the Universe mode and play a little story. So Universe mode got some updates, for example 2-night PLEs, and managing your roster is so much more convenient right now. I appreciate these changes. But I really wanted to check out the promo system. So I drafted The Rock to Monday Night Raw, got him into a rivalry against CM Punk, and instead of having the match, I tried to put them into a promo battle. My main objective was, let's get to the pay-per-view, which is literally in 5 days, without getting into a match, because let's be honest, The Rock wouldn't wrestle on Monday Night Raw. I tried to make it realistic. So The Rock calls out CM Punk to the ring, and you can actually hear the commentary explaining what's happening, even though we don't have text.
Issuing a challenge here, but will he get an answer?
So as CM Punk, I can either show up or stay backstage. Of course, I decided to show up. Now remember, my main objective was keep it realistic. Let's make sure they're not officially wrestling on Raw. So I can either accept the challenge, let's do this match right now, screw your match, I'm out, or I don't want a match, I want a fight. So I picked this one, and that's exactly what we got. We got a cutscene of a fight between CM Punk and The Rock, and I even got to, play a little bit. But the bell didn't ring, we didn't get a referee, just a brawl on Monday Night Raw. So my plan worked out. We didn't get the match. Let's save it for the pay-per-view. One of the biggest negatives with promos is that you don't see championships, and I'm not sure if it's possible to make them come out with casual attires. So CM Punk and The Rock finally meet at WWE Backlash. And we even got a pretty nice finish. We tried to protect The Rock. This is Universe mode, people. We're marks. CM Punk won the match. The Rock didn't appreciate that. I think there's definitely some potential, but I just feel like we didn't get that many changes. It just feels like it isn't enough. I mean, we still don't have triple threat rivalries, everything kinda looks the same. I really hope that one day Universe mode will get some love. I really appreciate the updates, especially the roster management, but this is literally a game mode that you can play the entire year, and it doesn't really seem like you will. I'm pretty sure you're aware of the changes GM mode received this year, and we got some really welcome additions, but I played 2 weeks of WWE 2K25 MyGM, and honestly I didn't feel enough difference. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I don't know, but it all felt very familiar, maybe too familiar anyway. Don't pay too much attention on what I drafted. This was just for laughs to try it out. I wanted to check out a couple of things. First of all, I love that the draft pool is a lot bigger this year. You can pick any superstar, I believe. Of course, I spent all my money on top guys, so my roster ended up being a lot smaller than Monday Night Raw's roster. Of course, you pick your champions. By the way, I didn't mess with the settings. I don't like the timer and all of that BS. The less it looks like a card game, right? It's very convenient right now to see who's on your roster, who's on your opponent's roster, so I decided to book a couple of shows. Again, people, this was all just for laughs, just to try it out. I had some championship matches, and in the trailer we saw an outdated SmackDown arena, so I really wanted to see if we do have a new SmackDown arena in GM mode as well. So I put CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes in a WWE Championship match. CM Punk feels like he's back in AEW, but the new arena logos are in. And CM Punk ended up winning the WWE title. The match was fine. Wasn't even the best match on the card. Yeah, unfortunately, your opponent still doesn't make very realistic decisions. I mean, Julius Creed just became the World Heavyweight Champion, but I won the first week of my GM. Of course, Drew McIntyre is complaining on Twitter. So I decided to book one more show. Every match is a championship match. Every match is a gimmick match with someone who's a special in that type of match. So I knew this one is going to be an absolute banger. And what do you know? every match was. I completely destroyed Monday Night Raw. So of course SmackDown is the #1 brand, but probably not for long. Obviously these type of matches destroy your stamina. By week 4 I probably have no roster anymore. But in this video I can proudly say I defeated Monday Night Raw. So to be completely honest with you guys, I barely played WWE 2K24's MyGM, and it's not like the mode is bad. On paper it looks really good. Maybe it's just me, maybe I just didn't find time. This year I'll definitely try it out. With all of these updates, I hope the next step is actually introducing customization, even if it's just changing the championships. There's one big mode I never truly cared about, which is 2K Showcase mode, but I had to check it out. I have to unlock everybody. Okay, so first of all, huge improvement over WWE 2K24. Wasn't that hard anyway. The intro to this mode is absolutely amazing. You have WrestleMania 40, the cutscenes are done so well, you have some first camera shots, obviously you get to play a little bit. For example, once John Cena shows up, you get to do the attitude adjustment to The Rock, you get to do the attitude adjustment to Solo. So all of that is great. The cutscenes are absolutely amazing, but it also made me realize, yeah, I wish they created original stories. I mean, they're putting in that work right now, right? They're not using the slingshot technology anymore. They're actually animating this. I wish you could create something exciting and keep us guessing what's gonna happen next. That's the appeal of these modes. I already seen that, but this is something we complained about for many years now. Just wanted to get my point across anyway. So that is fine. The introduction anyway was great. But then I got to my first match. And again, we're facing the same problem. All of this is so tidy. I don't mind objectives when it's like get his head to a critical health, or do a signature, do a finisher, do a body slam, whatever it is, I don't care, I'm fine with it. But this one kept me looking at the screen so much to the point where I was getting my ass beat because I couldn't actually enjoy the progress. I couldn't enjoy the match itself. I was just trying to hit those objectives. Whatever, fine, I did them anyway, except one time they gave me a timer and I was focused on another objective, so I didn't hit this one. It's fine, whatever, I still won the match. I got the cool cutscene, I got to celebrate. I won the match. I'm over with this one, whatever. I didn't hit the objective, but it doesn't mean anything, right? I still won, who cares? Yeah, it does. I didn't get the unlockables. I get the point of it. You're trying to give us a challenge, but it's just not fun. I feel like it's a video game where you need your focus to be 100% in a match. Instead of trying to reverse my opponent's moves, I have to pay attention to objectives, and God forbid they give me a timer. I'm sorry, but this mode is just not fun enough for me to play it one more time just to hit a couple of unlockables. People, I paid for DLC. Let me unlock everything with a click of a button. And again, I haven't played more matches, but my suspicion is telling me that this is how every match is gonna be like. It's like they nailed the presentation, but again, just like last year, it's just not that fun to play. Maybe this game mode is made for casuals, I don't know, but I never truly understood the appeal of rewatching the same stuff but in a video game. So, my final thoughts on WWE 2K25. I do think it's a great video game. WWE 2K24 was also a great video game. To be completely honest with you guys, if you like WWE 2K24, you'll love this. But again, I'm just telling you, if you didn't like WWE 2K24, you're not gonna like this one. Like I've said, my main problem at this point is that at least update the animations. I know the gameplay is good, but I just wanted this to feel a little bit different. So thank you for watching this video. Let me know in the comments below, did you play WWE 2K25 yet? And let me know your 2K Showcase experience. Am I tripping, or is it still kinda ass? Thank you so much for watching The Great One. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.